indicative of those results that he has invested and his government has invested in the development of football.
The crowd was in party mood as they were served the sumptuous dinner, while the Gambia scorer Maestro Jaliba Kuyate once again thrilled the guests with some of his melodious scorer music. For Grts Sports, this is Fatu Jassi.
Fatu Jassi, Fatu, over to you now.
Oh, thank you very much, Famara. We now shift our attention to the weather report, courtesy of the Center of Forecast Office.
Hello viewers and welcome to the weather forecast. My name is Abokar Dabo. Variably cloudy conditions prevail during the day. Now let's have a quick look at the satellite image, which indicates dense convective clouds around some part of the southern African region of the continent. Now the weather tonight is expected to be cool, partly cloudy and occasionally breezy. And of course the weather tomorrow will be partly cloudy, slightly hazy and occasionally breezy. The winds will be mainly northeasterlies in direction and moderate to strong in speed. For minimum temperatures, Banjul will record 15 degrees Celsius, Yundum will record 16 degrees Celsius, Kerawan and Jinoy will record 13 degrees Celsius, Sibanor, Basse and Fatoto will record 14 degrees Celsius, while Kaur, Sapo and Janjambura record 13 degrees Celsius. For the maximum temperatures, Banjul will record 29 degrees Celsius, Yundum and Kerawan will record 30 degrees Celsius, Sibanor and Jinoy will record 31 degrees Celsius, as well as Janjambure, Kaur and Sapo will record 30 degrees Celsius, whilst Basse and Fatoto record 32 degrees Celsius. And for those going to sea, our low tides will be 0.46 meters at 9:17 in the morning and 0.59 meters at 9:36 in the evening. And for the high tides, we're expecting 1.55 meters at 2:40 in the morning and 1.39 meters at 3:29 in the evening. And for the waves, we're expecting 1 to 2 meters highs moving northerly swells. The sun will rise at 07:32 in the morning and will set at 11 minutes to 7 in the evening. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.
Have a wonderful evening to Abubakar Dabo. And before we go, reminder of our headlines. The Vice President, Dr. Aisatunja Saidi, has spoken about the massive investments the Jamia administration continues to make in youth development as she presided over the opening of this year's National Youth Conference and Festival. Another batch of Gambian peacekeepers returned home after a 6-month peacekeeping stint in Sudan's Darfur region. A severe lung infection and respiratory failure is sparking more doubts over January 10 swearing in of Venezuela's revolutionary leader Hugo Chavez. And a new year with another diplomatic wrangling. The United States has accused Iran of harboring tens and thousands of secret agents for the execution of global terror attacks. That brings us to the end of the news. Thank you very much for your time. I am Fatu Kamara, and on behalf of the news team, have a very good weekend, and it's set till tomorrow.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic, it was well said. So we've all have heard what you've said, and I think there is no complacency. You know, we must work very hard, and that's how His Excellency has said. Last year is different from this year. We should be more focused and work towards achieving results. His Excellency the President has given us the opportunity to say, you know, whatever you have to say. Does anyone have anything to contribute?
First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the President very much for this initiative, because it is important. in my point of view, not only for project management and implementation in government, but also I think you have also broken the myth here, because it cannot feel better than this. We all feel as a family, as belonging to State House, not only Office of the President, but we are State House as well. So issues have been raised here, very important. I think the President sounded very technical. I thought this is going to be like something else, but he sounded even more technical than you could imagine. So I think some of these issues, like you have advised, we'll meet in weekly and try to put some of these technical issues in their proper perspective. Procurement, for example. I think I don't want to bore down the meeting here for that, but I think we'll probably sit down and look at thresholds, because like PMO, where we buy only papers, so I think if there are thresholds, say 10,000, 5,000, whatever, then at the certain level, we'll probably come here to a central committee, and that'll be fine. And then in terms of the advice you gave relating to the secretaries.
Once we have this centralized procurement committee, they will look at thresholds and say, this need not come to us. Coffee and other things, definitely. But don't think that these are small amounts, because if every day we buy coffee and I add $10 or even $100 to it, but if it is $100, at the end of the month I have 3,000. I hope you understand that. So don't think that anything is too small, but you can have sub committees that will be assigned to say, you don't need to come to us, but make sure that it is properly documented. And then also the committee would have maybe monthly meetings with the subcommittees in the various departments. But we have to have a centralized committee headed by one of you that will be responsible for procurement, so that we go by the rules.
So we will do that. I think also we'll send our plans, procurement plans, to the committee once set up, so we'll work on that. Relating to the secretaries, Your Excellency, we do have a career path for the secretarial cadre. So, but we probably need to look at it and see. It ranges from grade 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 9. Maybe we probably need to go a little bit further. But for the drivers, we don't have at all. But I'm happy to inform you that I think you have preempted us, because we are ready with a cabinet paper, which draft will be on your table before Friday. We have looked at that. We said by 2013, the driving cadre needs to have career, because only 1 and 2, which is really, as you have observed, not decent in terms of wages. Relating to the 2 one-weekly meetings we will be having, I think that's critical. I don't know for the Ps, public enterprises, but for us in the mainstream, as you are all aware now, we have provided planners for all the sectors, because it's a strategic planning process now. We have to do planning for short term, as His Excellency has ordered, medium term and long term. Okay. Because already we started getting some complaints that they are being utilized as administrators, and that's not the purpose for which they are recruited. So we must utilize them to update our vital statistics, do planning, help us, advise us, and so on, and we move on, and that's very important. But these kind of regular meetings will really make us use them properly. I think this will go beyond OP and for the entire service. Your Excellency, the training policy now, before, I think it's at the advanced stage now at Cabinet. So, and that's very precise now. We are going to ensure that training is linked to job profiles and making sure that people are properly bonded. And when they come on training, there should not only be evaluation before they go on training, but when they come also, we'll do post-training analysis now. It's all out there. And that training policy will empower all the sectors now to be on the driver's seat for training. Because all these years, what we have had at PMO is that one sector will send 20 or 15, 10 applicants. That's not practically possible, because nobody wants to blame anybody who apply. You let it come in. But once this training policy come into full implementation, the sectors will now have to prepare sectoral plans. And here again, the planners will be important. Sectoral plans will be important, costed, and with timelines. So you tell us who are your priorities based on what? Based on national priorities. And the committee now we set up comprising of OP,